At Haynes Group, our value of how we engage helps to guide our choices and behaviour. While we enjoy having a laugh, there are a few things we're serious about. One of those things is safety. You've probably sat through a heap of safety shares, presentations and inductions. We've all been there. But you know as well as we do that even though it can all feel like the same message over and over again, there's a purpose behind it. We want you, the mate next to you and the person over there in the corner, to go home safely to friends and family at the end of every day. Because when push comes to shove, well, we hope that everyone loves coming to work. We're all working to make our own life outside of work better. There are a few things we want to take you through in this video. To start, we'll take you through the background of how we identified our 14 life-saving commitments for Haynes. Then you'll learn the 4 key risks for your business area, which we'll refer to as your in-the-know risks, along with the top 3 controls you can put in place to mitigate or eliminate those risks. To kick off, let's go through some history. We've got heaps of charts and info about how we came up with our life-saving commitments, but we'll spare you the details. The long and the short of it is, we leveraged the knowledge and experience of our parent company, Syme Darby Industrial, and adopted the top 10 life-saving commitments that they've identified through decades of working in heavy industry.
Then, our Haynes Health, Safety, Environment and Quality team thoroughly researched the heck out of the Haynes Group's past incidents. We also undertook a detailed review of the specific tasks and associated risks in each of our business areas to make sure we didn't miss anything. From there, we identified 4 additional life-saving commitments that are unique to Haynes Group. We found out some other interesting stuff too, like that people in their first 3 months of work are the most likely to get hurt on the job. Or that sometimes the issue is that people have actually been around longer than 12 months and become a bit more complacent and have higher rates of incidents. Or that those of you who are younger than 20 or still in your 20s have a much higher injury rate. And that there are certain job types that have more incidents than others. But the bottom line is, if we keep talking about safety, really keeping it top of mind, and implement the identified controls we're about to walk you through, our incident frequency goes down. Which means we go home in the same shape as we arrived at work, and so do the people working around us.
It's important we show up every day rested and free from any influences such as drugs and alcohol. The risk, of course, is that if you're not fit for work, you may have a delayed reaction or make an impaired judgment, causing injury to yourself or others. The top 3 controls for this risk are complying with processes to manage fatigue, reporting and complying with processes for work and non-work related injuries or health conditions, and never showing up to work under the influence of alcohol or drugs, fatigue, or any physical or emotional conditions that may affect the safety of the person or others.
Sometimes we don't know what we don't know. But this can lead to injuries when we don't understand the risks associated with the tasks or activities we're doing at work. The top 3 controls for this risk are completing your site induction and adhering to approved safe systems of work, completing the required site risk assessments and required permits, following the site defect reporting process and site-specific requirements.
Body stressing is the most common injury in Australia, which comes from repetitive or strenuous work, lifting things the wrong way or carrying out a task over and over again without a break can cause your body to become fatigued, meaning you're more prone to injury. Using mechanical aids or alternating tasks are easy ways to prevent these injuries. The top 3 controls for this risk are planning the task to reduce the manual handling needs to lift, lower, push or pull, utilising carrying points and handling grip devices, using mechanical lifting aids or team lifts where possible.
Working in our industry, there are a lot of moving parts, figuratively and literally. Where we work with equipment that moves, there is the potential of coming in contact with something you didn't mean to. The top 3 controls for this risk are operating plant or equipment only for its intended design purpose, Using equipment in accordance with manufacturer's instructions, such as wearing seatbelts, adhering to relevant state road rules, and relevant plant and equipment safe work instructions. Completing required pre-start inspections and removing from service any unsafe plant or equipment.
Safety is obviously not just about a 10-minute video or a take 5 or any single step or activity. The only thing we can do that will make a real difference is to make an individual commitment to change our actions and behaviours to ensure we stop hurting people. It's a continuous process, and it's something we should never forget about or stop focusing on. This is a continuous journey. You'll continue to hear more from our health, safety, environment and quality team, as well as your leaders, about putting safety at the front of our thinking in everything we do. In the meantime, you can visit Haynet, the Haynes Group intranet portal, where you'll find the videos about the other life-saving commitments we haven't covered in your businesses in the know video. You can also find important things there, like our Haynes Safety Interaction Form, online hazard form, and online incident form, which we hope you'll never have to use. If you have any questions or feedback, just reach out to your HSEQ representative, your leader, or send an email to hseq@haynesgroup.com.au. Thanks for tuning in and taking ownership to make Haynes a safer place for everyone.